I am so ready to talk about new makeup releases. There is so much happening, so much going on. So let's quickly get into it. I have some opinions to share with you. Okay, we are starting out with something that is a little bit boring, but it's apparently supposed to be boring. This is the Boring Nude palette by LH Cosmetics. This is the ultimate nude palette for every occasion. It's a 9-pan. They have been doing a lot of 9-pans. I've never tried their eyeshadow formula. I've never tried anything actually from LH Cosmetics, and I also haven't tried any in this range, any eyeshadow palettes in this range. It looks boring indeed. I get that they call it that. I'm not going to be picking it up because I definitely have enough nude eyeshadow palettes, and if I buy more, then it's gonna be from a brand that I'm really excited about. And next up, Adept has come out. It's already available with the Emo eyeshadow palette. I've already watched some videos on this. I've seen so many swatches. I've seen different photos. I am pretty interested in Adept since I've tried the Minka Remastered palette because I've really enjoyed using that so far. I even wore the palette to my birthday party, and I don't know, I just really love the formula. Apparently they've reformulated and the shimmers are now a little less putty than they used to be. I am kind of intrigued by this color story. We have some purple, we have some green. Don't know if I would really call it emo, but there are definitely a lot of really nice cool tones here that I could see myself wearing. The shade Deep Abyss, I think is gonna be a black, so that's kind of like a non-shade for me in the palette, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but I totally understand that there's gonna be blacks in palettes. It happens often. I'm not gonna be mad about it, but I do take it into account with more expensive palettes. But I think there is a chance I'm going to be picking this up, but it really depends when it's going to come to Monolith, how much time it's going to take, because it's already available. There are already so many videos out there, so it's not going to be something where I can really do a dedicated review, but I am personally very excited about this eyeshadow palette. So it's gonna be kind of like an in the moment decision. When I see it, do I feel like buying this palette? Right now I do feel like buying this palette, but I don't know when it will be available to me. Then from Anastasia Beverly Hills, we have the new Smooth Blur Cream Contour Sticks. We have 4 shades. I do feel like the step in between the second and the third shade, that is quite a big step. I feel like we could have had like 5, maybe 6 shades. Like the way they are doing this, it feels like a strange range. I am slightly intrigued, but also I have been trying a lot of really nice bronzers and a lot of the really nice bronzers from the drugstore. So do I need a more expensive bronzer? I don't know how much this is gonna be in the Netherlands. It says $32. My guess is that it's probably gonna be maybe like 35 euros here in the Netherlands. I don't know what I want to do. I feel like I don't really need this. I'm kind of intrigued. Maybe I'll just watch a video and see if I want to pick this up. And then I'm kind of like, okay, would it be the lightest or the second to lightest shade? Like both look like they could work for me. I feel like I'm kind of like in the middle of those. Like there's quite a big jump there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't pick this up in the end. Unless there's like amazing reviews, I could. Then we have from Urban Decay the new Glazed Liquid Eyeshadow. This is the 24/7 Glaze on Shadow. So it's like a shimmery liquid eyeshadow. It looks kind of cool. The packaging is interesting. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. It feels very artistic. I feel like I have enough liquid eyeshadows. Like there could be more. Like I could definitely buy more, but it kind of depends if my favorite brands are coming out with liquid eyeshadows. And Urban Decay really just isn't a brand that I am keeping my eye on. So I think I'm gonna skip these. Then we have from Tarte the new Maracuja Juicy Melt Mask. So it is like a liquid lip mask. They are just continuing with the Maracuja Juicy line. They are still trying to make money from that, and I get it, I understand, but this is like a 10th lip product in this range, so it's a lot. So this is a caramel scented lip treat that melts into your pout for hydration and a glossy finish with a custom curved lip scoop tip, doubles a daytime balm and overnight treat for soft lips. It's either $15 or $27, so it's gonna be like probably 25 euros, something like that. Where I could buy this, I think I can buy Tarte from Sephora France, but I feel like I have so many lip products that are hydrating and glossy and are just kind of like a lip mask-esque thing, so I don't think I really need this. I do understand where this is coming from. I do like products like this, but there are just so many out there. Do I have to buy the 25 euro one from Tarte? I don't think so. Then Certifeye has come out with a statement saying that they are closing down their business after 9 years. I remember being so interested in Certifeye. I remember following them and being super interested, and I feel like I watched some reviews and I was just very intrigued, thinking about if I would buy something or not. I never did it in the end. But what I feel happened with Certifeye is that at some point they just stopped releasing new things. They just stopped doing anything new, and I kind of feel like they were trying to get people to buy their older releases, but it just wasn't enough to stay hyped, for people to stay interested. I feel like as a brand you kind of need to sometimes release new things. Probably behind the scenes they were struggling financially, and they have probably been struggling financially for longer. It's just me speculating, but I feel like they've been struggling for longer, and probably because of that they couldn't put the money towards a new release. People weren't buying the old stuff, and it was just going round and round and round until they had to close down the business. That's kind of how I feel. And of course I'm sad for Certifeye, but I also kind of feel like this was somewhat inevitable. It was something that I'm not surprised is happening, because I also didn't really see a reason personally to buy from them, because at some point it felt like it had been years and years and years and years since they did something new, and it's just the way of the world, the way of the beauty industry, that new things just create the hype. It is sad but true. Like sometimes I also wish that older products would get as much hype as newer products. I feel like that would make the lives of beauty YouTubers so much more easy if that were the case. And then of course the content would also be different, and we wouldn't always have to feel like we need a new thing. So yeah, pretty sad that this happened, but I'm not surprised personally at all. Let me know if you've ever tried the brand and if you're sad that they are gonna be gone. Then we have from Shellwe Makeup the new Misty Spirit All Matte Palette. This is already launched. A lot of products that I'm talking about already launched, because it's been a little bit longer than usually that I film my new makeup releases. So this has 8 mattes and 2 metallic mattes, okay? And you can use them wet. I'm guessing that's kind of what it looks like. This is a pretty cool color story. I really like the grungy shades, but gray and red, it's just not a color combination that I use a lot because it's pretty harsh, and I do have some gray and red palettes. I also have the Little Cosmetics and Dexter eyeshadow palette, and I think that's gonna be enough for me, so I'm not gonna be picking this up. Then we have from Kryptein Cosmetics the new Secret Garden collection, and I am slightly intrigued, but I don't know if this is the moment, if this is the time, if I feel like I'm gonna buy these. We have 2 eyeshadow palettes. These are launching March 28th. Do we have the names here of the eyeshadow palettes? Well, at least we have one that's more yellow and kind of like warm tones, like rosy red tones and greens. And then we have one that is more cool tone. We have some purples, some pinks, a kind of like burgundy brown, and some like minty light blue shades. I kind of like the look of this, and I do know that I like the Kryptein Cosmetics formula because I did try their Violet Crazy palette, and I did really like it. I believe I ranked that pretty high in my 2024 ranking. The one that I like the most here is the more purple cool tone one. But I also kind of feel like, is it a little bit similar to the Violet Crazy? It doesn't seem to be very far off from that. So I'm a little unsure. Do I need that? I do like the color story. I do feel like something is missing a little bit. Like once again, we have one deepening up shade, and I also kind of felt like that with the Violet Crazy palette. I was kind of missing another deepening up shade to have a little bit more variety. Let me just grab the Violet Crazy. Okay, here we have it. It's a little different, but I also see some similarities with that purple palette. So I don't know. Like, it's also a little bit rosy purpley. The deepening up shade definitely is different, but I see some, like maybe 2-3 shades would be a little similar. So then do I need to have another kind of similar-ish color story from the same brand? I'm a little bit surprised that it seems so similar, because this brand hasn't come out with that many eyeshadow palettes yet. So I kind of was thinking there was gonna be more difference, but also it could be that it's different, that it's more different than I'm thinking now, because I haven't seen them in real life side by side, and I don't think I've seen any side by side swatches. So I think I'm gonna watch some videos and see. I am definitely intrigued, but I don't know yet what I want to do. Then we have from Glossgods the new Dancing Lights collection. We have an eyeshadow palette with 15 shades, which is very like fun, bright, aurora lights, like Northern Lights-esque. We have the mints, we have the blues, we have the purples, the pinks. It is very bright, but I do see a lot of colors here that I would use. I don't know how much this is gonna be. I felt like it was a little bit more expensive than their palettes usually are, like maybe in the 50s range, like 50 euros. I am intrigued. I do really like the Glossgods eyeshadow formula, and the last eyeshadow palette that I tried from them, that was the Mixed Metals. I really love. I think that is a great neutral palette. So I'm kind of intrigued, but it's also a little bit of a brighter eyeshadow palette. Like, it's not gonna be for the softer looks. I think in the end I'm probably gonna pick this up. I do really enjoy Glossgods. I feel like they are a pretty underhyped brand. They are based in Sweden, so I only have to pay shipping, no extra like taxes or anything like that. I do like, for a colorful palette, the colors that are in here, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be pretty bright. That is just how I feel. And I think there were also some like loose eyeshadows in this collection, but I don't see it on this post. I don't know what exactly is going on with that. It's a limited edition eyeshadow palette, and the shimmers do look really interesting. I'm probably gonna pick this up. I'm thinking about it. I think it's gonna be an interesting launch. And then from Nabla, we have the new Glassified collection. We have new single eyeshadows, a new quad to put the eyeshadows in, and they are bringing back the shimmery Nabla Cupid's Arrow. I already have all of the shimmery shades that they have in the Cupid's Arrow. I think it's a nice formula. They are nice shimmery eyeliners. You can use them different ways. They're nice colors. I do like them. In the quad, we have a new formula, which is a very glass-like finish. So those are 3 shades. And then we also have one new shade of the beloved glitter finish. I don't wear glitter eyeshadow. I just don't want to take the risk. And I also think there are so many extremely special, beautiful eye safe shimmers in the world, and it's not really necessary to use like a pressed glitter like this, so I'm definitely not gonna pick up that pressed glitter. I've been thinking about a glassified finish, but I kind of think that it's not gonna be like special or interesting enough. I do have some really shiny shimmers, single eyeshadows in my collection, and it's not like I can really do a video on 3 single eyeshadows. Like, that's not enough. That's not enough. I think I would like them if I would have them, but I'm not gonna make an order, and I'm not gonna do a review on 3 single eyeshadows. I don't think this is enough. Like, there's not enough happening for me here to like do anything with or to buy. I think it all looks cute, but I don't really need it. Then we have from Westman Atelier these duos. These are blush and bronzer duos. The Baby Cheeks and Face Trace Sculpting Powder duo. I have said it before and I'll say it again, and sometimes there are exceptions to this, but I usually don't really like a bronzer and blush duo. I feel like often the colors aren't really what I'd like to pick. Like, usually the bronzer and the blush are not the bronzer and the blush that I would pair together. So there would be a blush in one duo and there would be a bronzer in another duo that I would ideally use together. So it's never really like the ideal combo. I do have some duos, like cheek duos, highlighter and blush duos in my collection, but if there's this whole range and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me what they pair together, and I feel like that with this one as well, I usually don't pick it up. So this is not gonna be for me. Then from Urban Decay Cosmetics, we have the new Naked Eyeshadow Stick. I feel like we have so many eyeshadow sticks coming out. I feel like this is the new trend. Like, I see a lot of brands coming out with this, also L'Oreal, also Too Faced is coming out with eyeshadow sticks. It's just a bunch of eyeshadow sticks. I like it. I understand it for that kind of easy, clean girl aesthetic. It's not really for me. I do have a few eyeshadow sticks. It's enough for me. I have enough. I do like to have a little bit more control and maybe a little bit more pigment. Like, they're not all the same, of course. Some are better than others, but usually it's not really for me. Then we have the new Easy Bake setting spray that Huda Beauty has come out with. This is just another addition to her Easy Bake line. I am not really into setting sprays, and I'm usually not really into setting sprays because I feel like they often have very harsh ingredients. Like, those ingredients, like the denatured alcohol, they do make your makeup last, but I don't feel like it's very good for the skin. So usually when I see launches like this, I'm not very interested, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna pick this up. This is not really for me. Also the powders that she comes out with, I've never tried the Easy Bake setting powder, but it's just not for me. It's not how I do my makeup. It's not what I need in my life. And then we have from Bobbi Brown the new Pot Rouge Velvet Matte Cream Blush for cheeks and lips. The colors of this look pretty cute. I kind of like all of the colors. And I have heard pretty good things about cream cheek products by Bobbi Brown, but I don't think I'm gonna pick this up. This is $36. It's not really in my usual price range, what I usually pay for like blushes and bronzers. Sometimes I do buy a more expensive blush or bronzer, but it has to really inspire me. I have to be really excited. Then we have a new release from Supergoop. This is a new sun care release. This is a Glow Screen Sunlighter Glow and Protect SPF 45. It's a glowy tinted sunscreen in a stick that delivers a sheer pearlescent finish and doubles as a highlighter for a quick boost of glow on the go. It's for all skin types. It's for dryness, redness, and uneven skin tone. I kind of like the idea of this. It does have a little bit of fragrance in it. It says less than 1% synthetic fragrance. I am allergic to fragrance, so this wouldn't be an easy to use product for me. I would have to kind of think about it. Maybe I can use it once a week. It's a tricky product. I would love to see this without perfume. If this didn't have perfume, I probably would have picked this up because I do really like a skin tint stick. I do really like a glowy skin tint stick. Like, this is almost for me. This is almost perfect for me. But if it has fragrance, I'd much rather just apply a lot of my SPF and then just use a skin tint stick on top. So this is a little bit of a bummer. I was kind of intrigued. I was kind of interested, but I'm not gonna pick this up. Then I actually already made a video about this. These are the new Decay Glazed Lip Balms by Maybelline. These are a hydrating lip product with a sheer tint and glazed shiny finish. We have 10 shades. I had 5 shades in my video because that were all the shades that were available to me. So I do lip swatches and I give my review in the video. I do have to say, I don't think these are very glazy. I feel like they are very much like a kind of classic tinted lip balm. Not all of the shades looked amazing. I felt on my lips. I have so feelings about it. I feel like people could like it, but the way they market this, I don't feel like that is exactly right. I feel like these are just not that glossy. They are a little bit of a satiny sheer look. Then we have a new release from Lethal Cosmetics. We have new shimmery holographic lip glosses, and we also have new very shifty shimmery, I believe also holographic eyeshadows. I don't have a picture here with everything. When is this launching? This is their Spring 2025 collection, and it's launching on March 27th at 4 CET. So 4 p.m. CET. So it's multichromes and pure metals. Those are the single eyeshadows. And then we also have the lip glosses. We have a swatch video, I think, of all of the shades on the Lethal page. It's called the Pixeled Lip Gloss, where mind-bending holographic sparkle meets ultimate comfort. This lightweight, long-wearing formula glides on smoothly, dazzling like pixels on a retro arcade display. Get ready to shine with electrifying brilliance. So we have, I believe, 5 different shades. These are going to be €15.50 each. These look really cool. These look absolutely amazing, very cool, but it feels like it's a little bit more for editorial or like really out there makeup. I don't feel like I really see a shade here that I personally would really use because they are so shimmery, so shifty. They have that kind of like holographic sparkle. They look very cool, but I don't think I would use it. Like, the black is so pigmented. I do understand these type of launches, but at the same time, I'm also a little bit like, when, who, and where? Like, who really uses these? Are these products that sell out that people really love? Like, I do know that also Adept Cosmetics does very like out there lip colors, and it's not really for me, but I'm just curious. I'm always just curious. Does this sell well? Are people excited about this? Let me know if you're excited about it, because I just want to know. I'm not thinking it's impossible to wear this or you shouldn't wear this out, but I'm just wondering if this is something that sells, just objectively. What happens when brands come out with these sort of products? I'm just interested. Then we have new additions to the Pillow Talk family by Charlotte Tilbury. We have the Pillow Talk Soulmate face palettes. These are $50 each. These are heart-shaped blush duos, blush and highlighter duos. You already know how I feel about those. I do think that the lightest one looks pretty cute. Like, I would pair those colors together. I do like the pairings here, but the lighter duo also looks a little bit like a duo that I bought, I don't know, 2 years ago that I didn't really fall in love with. I felt like it was just okay. We have some new lipsticks. The Kissing lipstick and the Matte Revolution lipstick in 2 new shades. The packaging of this looks very Barbie-esque. It looks very much like packaging of makeup that I really used to want as a kid. It does something to me. It does something to me. It is so girly. I do like it, but I'm not going to be picking this up. I would expect to not love this as much as I would want for that $50. Then we have from NYX Cosmetics a new collab with Minecraft. We have the Cheeky Mop Balm, the Rare Highlight Balm, the Compact Mirror, and the Fat Oil Slick Click. I've never played Minecraft. I don't know. Okay, one of my clips got corrupted beyond repair. Like, there's no way getting that back. In the next clip, I will say that was scary for a moment, but everything is okay. It was not. That clip is lost forever. So whatever I said, no one will ever get to hear that again. I will just reiterate what I said. I will just quickly go over it. I'm already very tired of hearing myself talk. There are some things here that we need to talk about. I hope then I will have everything. I will have said everything. I was talking about the Minecraft collection. I don't exactly know where I left off, but I've never played it. I don't really have any affiliation with it. I'm not like excited about this. I might watch the movie when it comes on like a streaming service. But for me, this is not like my dream collab. I'm not gonna pick this up. Then we have the new House Labs by Lady Gaga, the new Power Sculpt Velvet Talc Free Powder Bronzer. I think this is a great shade range. It looks really nice. I really like the undertones. I really like the look of the lighter shade. But this is $38, which is a little bit on the expensive side for me and what I usually spend on like cheap products. I don't remember what I said when, but I feel like I'm probably not repeating myself more than I am purposely doing here when I say that I love buying multiple things from a collection from more affordable brands. That makes more sense to me than buying a few more expensive products from different brands, which of course makes sense for other channels. It's just how I like to do my videos. So I like the look of this, probably not gonna pick it up. Then we have the new Colourpop and Toy Story collection. Toy Story just wasn't the movie that I was into as a kid. I was just really into Swan Princess, Thumbelina, Anastasia. I was more into the princess movies, and I know that there are some Toy Story super fans out there, but it's not gonna be me. I just never had that connection with the movie. I don't know what it is. I was just a very specific type of child with very specific type of interests, and there was this part with those like creepy toys under the bed that really gave me nightmares. So I think this is cute. It looks cute. It's not gonna be for me. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not really like buying Colourpop right now. So Kiko Milano has replaced their Green Me collection with a new Kind by Kiko collection. So they've done away with all of the Green Me and they're doing something new now, a new range that is eco-friendly and vegan. And I've been a little bit on the fence thinking about what I wanted to do with this. And so in the end, I went into store and checked out what all the products looked like. Before, I was always a bit like, okay, Green Me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna review that. I just don't think it's really necessary for my channel. But now they're really doing something new, like completely new. They are doing a new line. So I was thinking, okay, would this be the moment to try what they do when they do like these vegan formulas? And in the end, I swatched some things and I decided, okay, this is gonna be the make it or break it moment for me and Kiko and their like green makeup. Like, I'm just gonna try it, and if I like it, that could open up a whole new world for me. And if I don't like it, I know it for once and for all, and then I'm never gonna use it again, and I'm never gonna try it again. So I bought a few things just to see if I could maybe like this range. I do feel like they didn't put a lot of effort into this range, and they didn't put a lot of effort in promoting it. It feels kind of like all minimal effort. Like, there's one bronzer, there's one blush, there's one highlighter stick, and it's really like, if it's not your shade, then tough luck, you're not gonna find anything in the green line. Like, we really don't have a lot of options here. There are like 5 shades of their foundation balm. I feel like it's really strange. And also when I went on their website when it was just released, it is the second tab. Like, they always have these different tabs of what they're promoting. And then the first tab was actually their 3D Hydra lip gloss repromotion. So they think it's more important to do their 3D Hydra lip gloss repromotion, that formula they've had for a long time, than this new line of green products. It kind of feels like they are saying, be happy that you have something. Like, be happy that we have something to offer that is vegan. Like, this is all you're gonna get. It just feels very minimal. Like, we do have some really nice shades of lipsticks, but it's just, couldn't you do a little bit more? Couldn't you give the people a little bit more? Like, it's very minimal. I feel like I'm looking like I've been through a lot, which I have. It has been tough. It has been tough losing my footage. No, I'm okay, I'm okay. I was just so happy that I was done with this video. We have a new Holotaco collection, the monthly Holotaco collection. This is the Off the Deep End collection. It's not limited edition. We have 6 jelly polishes with multicolored reflective flakes in them. No box, all of the polishes together. If you buy the bundle, it's gonna be $78 USD. Not limited edition, I don't know if I already said that, but I feel like this is so summery. I think there's a good reason why we're getting such a summery collection now. Probably there are some things that have to happen in the summer that cannot be moved around, and she did want to do this collection. But for me, it feels a little bit early. It feels a little bit too summery. It feels like a collection that I just cannot think about just yet because of the very obvious aquatic summery theme. I love this formula. She has done this formula before. Really enjoyed it. It was, I believe, the shade Solo Mission, which is now discontinued because people thought it looked like meat. I love that shade. I still love that shade. So then I guess my nails will look like meat. It's just how the world is sometimes. It is just how it is. I just like it. I like the shade, but this is the same formula and I just really like those iridescent flakes. I'm sure I'm gonna buy this in the end. I'm sure I'm gonna buy this in like a month or two, but now I feel like it's just a little bit too early. I'm still like going through the muted pastels that they came out with for the spring, and I'm still like, it's just spring here. Like, we just got the first day that was like 20+ degrees Celsius, so it's a little early. I'm not going swimming just yet. I'm not going like to the sea just yet in my bikini. So I think for now, I think it looks really good and I'm excited for it, but it's just a little bit too early. And then we have from Masauda Cosmetics or Masauda Beauty, the Mood Contrast Contour Stick. And I think this looks really interesting. They have 4 shades in neutral to cool undertones in different depths, of course. And I do like this type of packaging the most, I think, when it comes to bronzer and contours. I love a stick packaging like this. I think it's so easy to use. If you can just draw it on your face, blend it out, it is just what I love. So I'm pretty intrigued by this, but I also kind of feel like I don't need it because I've tried so many really great bronzers and it's a new to me brand. So do I want to introduce this brand into my collection, into my channel? I don't know yet. I am still looking to do another like full face of an Italian indie brand, but I'm not entirely sure yet which brand that is gonna be. I'm slightly intrigued. I am intrigued, but it's also 26 euros. It's not super affordable. Like Kiko and Wycon are just so much more affordable. Well, it kind of depends what you buy and when. Like Wycon does have some bronzers that are in the 20 euro range, but you can get them on a sale, and if you get it on a sale, it's not that bad. So I'm intrigued. Let me know if you would be interested. Like, I can always get pressured into buying things. I can always be persuaded into buying things. Like, if I'm slightly interested and somebody says, oh, I would really love to see that on your channel, sometimes it just gives me that final push to actually try it. So yeah, slightly intrigued. I think I've said everything now that I wanted to say. It's never the same when you film it a second time. It doesn't happen a lot to me. Like, this is the first time I think something like this has happened to me. Well, not exactly. It's been years. It's been years since I had a technical difficulty like this. I'm happy that it doesn't happen that often. It was weird. I hope it doesn't happen again. All right, now it's time again for Marley, who doesn't know yet. My camera just shut off. It stopped working. I think my battery was empty, but that was a little bit scary for a second there. Okay, last thing I think I want to talk about is a new Petal Morphosis palette by Pat McGrath. And this eyeshadow palette, I did talk about last week or the last time I did my new makeup releases video, but I hadn't seen the palette myself yet. And I think it's a pretty interesting one. We have a colorful matte. I have seen some stories though of people saying that this is very much inspired or looks way too close to the Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette by What's a Beauty. And I'm kind of seeing it. I don't know. I cannot really say if they are inspired, if they copied them. It's hard to say. Like, you don't know what has gone on behind the scenes. But I do feel like this looks too much like the What's a Beauty Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette to be interesting to me. Like, I'd much rather than just use the palette that I already have that is basically the same except for one green matte. So I think I basically already have this color story. I also really love the shimmer formula that we have in a What's a Beauty Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette, so I'm not gonna be picking this one up. It's also pretty expensive, but I could have maybe bought this on a sale if I really wanted to, but I'm not gonna. So that's what I have to say about that one. I really have a feeling that I'm gonna shut off this camera, I'm gonna start editing, and then I'm gonna remember what I wanted to talk about. I just feel like there's something that I'm forgetting, but we'll talk about it next week. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and then I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.